So I'm going to say a few words here about the Provider and Plus plans that we've referred to earlier. You can hear me okay, I think. Oh, it's better. So, oh, I can even go backwards and forwards. Great. Thank you. Oh, down there. Okay, I've broken it. Oh.
Here,
Why don't I just use it? I can just use it here.
Yeah. Mirror. Let's do mirror. And slideshow from
Good. I'll just push the button. So, okay, remember, we mentioned this yesterday, this concept that you know, we, myself, my colleagues, we're all working at either Argonne National Lab or the University of Chicago or the University of Southern California. We are a non-profit people. We're seeking to develop services that are useful to the research community. We have been sustained over the years primarily by funding from NSF, DOE, and NIH. But we, you know, of course, are very concerned about sustainability, especially as we seek to build services that are not just thrown over the wall to people, but are operated in a professional manner with you know, high quality 24/7 times 364, not Christmas Day. I'm just kidding. Trying to see if Scott's paying attention there. 365 support. So how do we address sustainability? So the approach that we are exploring, and I'm going to tell you a bit about here, is based on what we might call a freemium model. You know, it's commonly used in the industry, of course, where you obtain some service, you can use it for free, but if you want certain premium services, then you need to pay some amount of money. And of course, the goal is you know, what makes these services work. You know, Dropbox is an example, is that the scale of the service is such that they can be sustained at modest cost per individual. So we're not giving up asking our friends in the federal agencies for money, but we are working to explore how feasible it can be to achieve sustainability via other means, via this freemium approach. And so far things look, I think, look somewhat promising. So what are the premium things that we want to provide to people as things that they can have if they pay for them? Well, certainly the things that people have been using up to now, data movement, you know, data synchronization, the online service, the APIs, and so forth. These are things that exist. We support them. They will continue to exist in the future. Some of the areas in which we believe we can get some traction with some premium services sort of fall into two main groups. First of all, tools for research providers that help them manage their site, their resource, or in some cases their collaboration. And then premium services like sharing support and peer-to-peer transfers. So those are sort of the two main areas in which we're looking at premium offerings. And we want to pursue it in two avenues. So the one on the left you've already heard somewhat about. So here the interest is in focusing in on the resource provider, you know, the likes of the University of Chicago Research Computing Center or the University of Exeter or the University of Michigan or NERSC or NCSA, people who offer a computing service and storage service to a large number of people, and then provide them, various packages that allow them to do different things. They'll give them things like tools for managing their site, allow them to give all of their users the ability to share data from that site. What else is up here? A branded site, so this is important to quite a few people. You saw the nice Chicago Research Computing Center site. You may have seen the Blue Waters site that we've created for them. NERSC has a similar thing in place or coming soon. The Right, so that's one approach to premium services. If you go to the website, you'll see there's a whole list of options. The lowest one starting at $20,000 per year. We already have several sites signed up for that. This gives all the things on the left. We sort of imagine, I think, the way it seems to be working out is there'll be a lot of universities will sign up a lot of universities presumably will keep using the completely free service, which of course is entirely suitable. A lot of universities, it seems, will want to sign up for the low-level service, and then some more national center scale people who want to be deeply engaged in Globus Online, who want us to be pushing the envelope on things like mass storage, system integration, and so forth, may sign up for higher level services. Okay, so that's one approach to sustainability. The other approach we're pursuing is more like the Dropbox style thing, where individuals can sign up for, in this case, I feel a bit like a salesman here, but $7 a month or $70 a year, pay with their credit card, and they can then, for any one of their endpoints, they can share from them to anyone else. Other people can then access it. They can also participate in connect transfers. We've already launched the first of these. The second will launch, the left hand. The second will launch soon, and it will be interesting to see what sort of uptake we get, I think, for that. I'm interested in this for a couple of reasons, actually. One is sustainability. The second is sustainability of Globus. The second thing is we're putting in machinery here that will end up potentially providing an avenue for us to provide services to other people who want to provide access to value-added services at a premium. For example, we've talked to Dave Lifker at Cornell about this being a way that people get access to the Red Cloud service. I think there's, if we imagine a future in which people are computing much more, budgets at the people who operate computing facilities are flat, I think we're going to see more pressure to push certain costs down to individual researchers, and this may be a way to help that happen in a low overhead and hopefully efficient manner. Any questions on those things? I'd say that, just to mention a bit, the people that, I don't have the list in my head, but the sorts of people who have already signed up sort of fall into, on the left-hand side, fall into two main classes. Those who simply want the ability to manage, this is sort of the standard resource provider plan. They want a custom branded site and some management tools. And then there are other people who, like KBase, who've signed up basically because they don't really care about, at least initially, the data transfer tool so much, but they want access to our identity and group management services. So there's a few different options that can be pursued. Okay. Well, there's a few things here about the end user plus plans, as we call them. So one thing I keep hitting, because we will present this and then someone will say, so I can't use Globus Online anymore? No, again, read the first thing. The basic stuff, the stuff you do today is all free. What we are going to be charging for is the ability to create and manage shared endpoints and perform peer-to-peer transfers. And we're starting to look at how we might do this for groups of people, a project, a team that may want support from multiple people from a common charging and accounting mechanism. Okay, so that's all I have to say. If you want more information, go here. One thing I want to emphasize is if you go to the website, you'll see information about the features, and there's a long list of features that are supported by a number of different tiers of plan. There's one of them is a number of people that can be supported. And just to be clear, this is the number of people that would be using the service, not the number of people that might be employed at your university. So you may have a research computing center at a big state university that has 200,000 students. You don't necessarily need to sign up for a 2,000, 100,000 person plan in the short term at least. Hopefully they will all be using it in the near future. Yes? Yeah, that's really important, right? So, sharing in our, the way we see it using is it's rather like Dropbox, right? You've got if you want to share a lot of data on Dropbox, you have to pay for a premium plan, but you can then share the data with anyone else. All they have to have is a Dropbox account. So similarly, for Globus Online, in order to create a shared endpoint and to share with people, you need to have either your institution sign up for the provider plan, which may well be the best approach, or you yourself need to pay your $70 per year. In either case, once you've shared something, then anyone else can access it. They just need to have a Globus Online account, which is easy and free to create. Yes? Okay? Yep. Wow, I'm overwhelmed with the questions. Oh, good, a question. Thank you.
Ian, you know that we think it's good value for money. The only danger in a situation when you start charging for something is that you get competition. What are you going to do to protect yourself from competition that might appear that gives us an alternative Globus Online?
Yes, that's interesting. Well, so it could well be that, right, so the danger of competition. One thing we're trying to do is to price this extremely low, so that if there's widespread adoption, we'll achieve sustainability. So I think that in some sense protects us. One approach we could have pursued is to go after, start a company, get venture money, try and, but the result would be that we'd have to charge a lot more money in our view. So that's one approach. We have a high degree of, we believe strongly in the technology we built. We don't think it will be that easy to recreate. We have had some interesting interactions with people in Europe. I distinguish between Europe and the United Kingdom, of course. So the United Kingdom has embraced Globus Online and are very excited about it. The Europeans, on the other hand, say, well, when it's not European, we will have to create a European competition. Well, if they do, that's okay. I think, in general, competition is a good thing rather than a bad thing. But I think our goal is to price things low, provide a high-quality service, and then innovate very, very rapidly. Sorry, there is a last slide which I wanted to tell you. So, we mentioned this earlier. Don't hesitate to provide us feedback. So, we have a pretty rich set of mechanisms of providing feedback. You can always email us at support@globusonline.org. And then there's also a new feature request form. So we have this pretty nice online system for support. Basically, it's a domesticated version of a commercial system. What is the system? Zendesk, right? So you use your Globus Online ID to log into it, and then you can log, of course, support requests, but you can also submit new feature requests. So go in there, we look at them, we keep track of them. If a lot of people ask for the same thing, then it gets high priority. So I think it's worth your time to enter in some things. Especially if you enter in the things that I want. I think that's good. Okay, so that's all, I think, before lunch. And lunch is at the back. When do we resume? 1:30. 1:30, okay. Thanks, everyone.